What's up, savages? You are watching the RandomCoin Mining Show, where we mine a different GPU-mineable coin every weeknight at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is Monday, April 8th, 2019. Thanks so much for everyone watching, liking, subscribing, and all that stuff. You guys are awesome. Much appreciated. Going to speed things up a little bit. We got a lot to cover as far as what we're mining tonight. So let me take a quick look at the market. It's gotten a little red over the past few hours here. Not too much going on though. Yeah, I mean, not a lot. Kind of sideways actually. If we look at some gainers and losers, if we look at gainers on COINPAPRIKA, I can never say that right. I don't know much about this repo. It's up 100%, but I would say that because of the volume and stuff, you know, it's probably not too safe to get into. Let's look at other mineable stuff. Raven's up 4% again. That's good. Hovering around 7 cents, which is awesome. Let's see here. Not much else mineable. Let's look at some losers real quick. Dogecoin down a little bit. Eternity down a little bit. Yeah, not too much going on over there either. Oh, and Bytem. I think Bytem is ASIC though, right? So there goes a little quick look at the market. And actually, let's look at a couple of the coins that are often requested as well. Let's go over here and look at, let's look at Aeon first, see what they're up to today. Down a little bit, not too bad. They've been on a pretty good run. They were up around 22 cents, depending on what exchange and stuff you were looking at. Let's look at Raven. We just saw Raven actually up about 4%. We go CCX, Conceal. Oh wow, Conceal is killing it. That's a good thing. Up 30%. I like that. BITC, I don't know if they're over here or not. Nope. Can't look at that one. We can look at Bitcoin Diamond though if Sonia Neer is in here. Down a little bit, but they're up over $1 still, so that's a good sign for them. And then BitGrin, I don't think they're in here either. Alright. So that's just a few of the ones that are often requested. Also want to look at what to mine. See what's going on over here. So these are, I've got it broken down by the 4 rigs that I have here. And the Dagobah rig and the Mustafar rig are both the co-owned rigs, and they are pretty much both essentially the same. They're 8 GPUs, each RX 580s. So Aetherium Classic, actually that's one we should have looked at, because good grief, man, they've been on a tear for sure. If this thing will do a search, that's kind of weird. That's not what I wanted. Let's go back over here. Yeah, I mean, just this week they're at 50% almost, which is pretty solid. I like that. Go back to what to mine here. Some of these are hitting on like the polls. I know a lot of people wanted to do Callisto. Maybe at some point we will. As far as NVIDIA goes, let's go to the Kessel rig. Ravencoin is still way up there pretty much every day. I'm liking the numbers that I'm seeing here. It's been a while since we've seen numbers that high, you know, as far as daily profits and stuff, so that is nice to see. Alright, so that is NVIDIA and NVIDIA and AMD on what to mine. Not really interacting with the chat just yet, guys. I will be over there in just a minute. I just want to get through this part. And what else did I want to show you? Oh yeah, what I'm actually mining. So I am mining on these 2 rigs at the house. I'm mining Aeon on the NVIDIA rig and CCX or Conceal on the AMD rig. And then on the co-owned rigs, this is why I was saying it was really nice to see Conceal doing well today, because I've been mining Conceal for a while now. So on the two co-owned rigs, I'm also mining Conceal over there as well. So that is super cool. Glad to see that Conceal coin is doing well. All right. So that's what I'm mining. If you like video content like this, be sure to subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell so you don't miss out on anything. And if you like crypto thoughts and random things, follow me on Twitter as well, although it's kind of important nowadays to actually follow me on here, because you can interact and you can help decide on what we're going to actually mine that night. So what I do now is I have a poll, and I put out the poll about 18 hours ahead of time, basically about 24 hours before the show, but it closes like 18 hours, so that I have a little bit of time to prepare and stuff. So did this poll this last time, and Loki won by a little bit. Conceal was, you know, close second there, and then there was some other stuff in the comments. Nothing really stood out as far as being you know, comparable to these as far as the number of votes. So we are going to be doing Loki tonight, it looks like. So that is kind of cool. I did a video on Loki a while back. It was way before they forked and all that stuff. So this will be kind of an updated version, I guess. Also, be sure to savagely strike that like button on this video if you're watching it after the fact, or you can, you know, hit it now as well. That would that helps the channel grow and gets the videos in front of more eyes and things like that. So I do appreciate that. In this show, we have a list of over 100 GPU mineable coins, and I think I'm at about 139 right now. And I picked 3 interesting ones, or ones that people have asked about frequently, and I post a poll on Twitter to have the community, my Twitter followers, choose one to mine that night. So this is the way I'll do it for a while. I don't know when I'll change the format, but the poll I ran today, like I was saying earlier, resulted in Loki winning. And I did mention earlier that we mined that a while back. It was actually in November, but quite a bit has changed since then. For example, they started out as a CN7, a Cryptonite version 7 coin, Cryptonite Heavy, but they forked to Cryptonite-Turtle or Pico to get ASICs off of their network, and that happened somewhat recently. I don't know, I don't have the details about when that actually happened. This thing is like so out of focus. Hang on a second. See if I can get it back. Oh well, maybe not. There we go. All right. So tonight we're going to be doing Loki. Let me check the chat real quick to see what you guys are talking about over here. All right. Man, we got a lot of people in here. What's going on, everybody? Not Your Normal Miner. What's up, Wes? How'd you like that Aeon plaque? Man, that thing's pretty cool, isn't it? YouTube watchers, R420, Jason, what's up? Sonia, what's up? Meatloaf. Crypto Z up in here. Appreciate that. Yeah, that was super cool. Yeah, I originally didn't see, I don't know how, I think it was the lights that kind of distracted me. I didn't see the plaque in the picture, and you know, I was looking at it on my phone, and I was like, oh my gosh, you know, pictures already didn't happen, and then I realized, well, wait a minute, there it is right there. So it took me a second to actually see it. But yeah, super cool. Very cool idea to get that thing all over the world and get everybody to sign it. Really neat stuff. All right, so we are going to look at, I think I was ready to, yeah, start talking about Loki a little bit here. Let me bring up their website. It's loki.network. I don't know if you can see, but I actually have their shirt on too. Yeah, I've been kind of following them for a while. I mean, I mined them way early on, and just kind of got away from them, you know, just doing other things. Probably Raven kind of took over most of my effort, but yeah, I've just been super interested in this project for quite some time, so it's pretty neat. What's up, Yashnik? Thanks for tuning in. So let me talk about Loki a little bit. I got their website up here. I'm like super way behind. I always talk too much. Let's see here. Get this off for a second. So just to talk about Loki a little bit before we start mining it. Loki is a privacy network forked from Monero. It's kind of a hybrid between Monero and Dash. It's a definitely a privacy related coin, and it's not really a true fork because they just use the code. You know, there's not like a history of Monero transactions on the Loki network. It's actually its own implementation, so that is kind of neat. Although you will see it written that it is a fork of Monero, but it's kind of a misnomer a little bit. But they use it allows users to transact and communicate privately over the internet, providing a suite, this is just from their website, providing a suite of tools to help maintain the maximum amount of anonymity possible while browsing, transacting, and communication online. Now they have changed a little bit over the past year or so and implemented some things, or are looking at implementing things that weren't there originally. So they're kind of growing with the demand of the community, right? Which is I like to see a project that actually listens to, you know, the community. So using the decentralized nature of blockchain technology, they create a new and private secure methods of interacting with the internet, as well as building privacy-centric applications such as messaging, which is one of their huge efforts, services, forums, online marketplaces, and social media platforms and things like that. Loki does use the Cryptonote protocol to ensure complete anonymity online. I believe one of the driving factors, just based on what I've seen of the project, one of the driving factors was to prevent oppressive governments from censoring users online. And an example that you'll hear the Loki team reference is when Iran blocked the access to Telegram whenever their citizens were protesting. So that was kind of like one of the catalysts to create Loki, or that it was based on. So it's kind of neat. So they're rooted in that against oppressive government, you know, terminology. So kind of neat. They have a host of service node hosted apps called snaps, or service node apps, and service nodes are Loki's version of master nodes and are part of the hybrid proof of work and proof of stake, or proof of, actually they call it something else, proof of service, I think, network that they incentivizes both miners and service nodes to provide the services and security to the network that they call LokiNet. Now, as far as mining specific specs and detail, whoa, sorry about that. As far as mining specific currency specs and details, the ticker is Loki. The algo is actually Cryptonight-Turtle, which they recently went to. And I don't know if y'all noticed this or not. This stuff like this sticks out at me for some reason. But if you look right here, this is on their website, loki.network. This is snaps, right? And a little blurb about snaps right here. And this is supposed to be about Loki Messenger, but it is the exact same text as over here. So they need to have someone come in here and fix their website, because it's a little you know, a little confusing, because it was the same exact thing here. Surely they don't mean the same. It was just an oversight on the web development side. Not a big deal. But as far as they do have a 5% governance block reward. They're a little heavy on the rewards and governance and things like that. The total supply of the coins is much like Monero. There's no total supply. They did have a pre-mine also, and this is what I was talking about with it being a little bit heavy on the pre-mine and the governance block rewards and things like that. They have a pre-mine of 22.5 million, 15% of the circulating supply at the time. And then the distribution of the pre-mine tokens, there was a token sale of 59% of that, and then the founders get 17%, the advisors get 5%, the seed gets 13%, community and reserve for I suppose for exchange listings and things like that, is 6%. And 6.8, almost 6.9 million Loki are locked up, and that's going to be released over the next 12 months. The block rewards are split between the miners and the service nodes. It's 50% to the service nodes, which, you know, being a miner, that doesn't sound good to me, right? But it's not terrible. I mean, block rewards are split 50% to the service nodes, 45% to the miners, and 5% to the governance pool. So that is just a real quick little blurb on what Loki is about. And let me check the chat again here real quick, see what's going on in here. Hey, what's up, Red Panda? Yeah, so Loki is Cryptonight-Turtle. Yeah, exactly. Or Pico. It's called both. I can show you right here where it's kind of referenced. Not right there. That's not the right thing. Yeah, right here. Cryptonite, Pico, or Turtle. So, let's see here. Yeah, no, I've been wanting to do CCX, but but every time I try to get it on there, you know, I do the poll and it never wins. So I guess I need to put it up against some real shit coins or something in order to make it work. I've been trying. There's a few different projects that I really wanted to cover, and CCX was one of them. So I might just what's up, Red Panda? So I might just do something where I just do the video and not worry about the whole poll thing, you know, because there's a couple that I'm really wanting to do, but this show kind of gets in the way of that. So skip Loki. What? I'm not going to skip it. It was chosen by the poll, so I have to do it. I have integrity. All right, so let's get out of here. And let's go over here to, we'll use HiveOS just for the heck of it, since we're already in here. And the hardware we'll use is the Scarif rig, which looks like this. I'll try to do, we'll see what happens tomorrow. Maybe we'll do CCX tomorrow. Yeah, one of the things that drew me to Loki was just the simple fact of the whole the catalyst for them in the beginning, and what they kept referencing was the oppressive governments and shutting down communication and social media and all that stuff. And I thought that was super cool, you know, because they talk about in their speeches, or their forums or whatever, they'll talk about how it would be impossible to shut down the Loki network with the service nodes, and you know the governments would have to go after each individual service node because they can't have the Loki Foundation actually do anything because they're not in control of it, right? Decentralize all the typical, you know, cryptocurrency type stuff. So yeah, really cool to see that as part of the reason that they exist, so to speak. All right, so let's get over here to HiveOS, and we are going to go ahead. Loki is in HiveOS already, so we can probably just jump right to a flight sheet and then create the wallet inside of there. So we'll try this and see if it's, I'm pretty sure it's in, yeah, it's in there. So we'll choose that. Choose add, oh, you know what? Forgot, all y'all are rushing me, see? Forgot all about the documentation here. So let's go ahead and knock this out real quick. Loki, Cryptonite-Turtle. Go look at some values here real quick. Thanks for the reminder though, Jason, that we only have 10 minutes left. That was nice, because I was getting on a tangent there. Alright, so let's get a value here real quick. I should have grabbed that whenever we did it earlier. Whenever I was in here earlier. 24 cents about. Go to what to mine. I think they're in here. Should be. They've been around a while. Now it looks like they are not listed for some reason. Possibly because of, what would that be? What would the reason be? Maybe, oh, I forgot to mention that they have about 2-minute block times too. Maybe volume or market cap? I don't know. I don't know why they wouldn't be listed. It's kind of odd, because I know that they were for a while. So, you know, what to mine has some certain requirements in order for the coin to be listed, and I guess they just don't meet it at the time. Alright, so let's see if we can find their Bitcoin Talk thread. Yeah, maybe that's it, Jason. Yeah, that would make sense. Alright, so looks like they came out, or they were announced February 25th of 2018. Sounds about right. And the stuff here that's grayed out is not really required, you know, to actually mine it. It's just good to have information on hand for reference purposes. Go over here and grab that. Oh man, we're getting close. All right, so let me fire up their wallet. They just had a new wallet because of the fork and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know how old, how new it is, but I did have to. My wallet, whenever I launched it from a while back, I hadn't updated, and it was locked, you know, at a certain block. I don't remember the block, but or how many it had left. But all I had to do was download the new one, and it started up just fine. No problems. So let me get that. Hopefully it doesn't crash my machine firing up this wallet. Even though we only got 5 minutes left, I'm pretty confident we're going to be able to do this. And actually I can, we could, while that's firing up, I don't know why it's taking so long, we could go and get the pool as well. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm a fan of Cryptonight.cc, so we'll use that one. Looks like 21 miners are on it right now. Let me go over here and put my password in. Alright, so we're going to grab that right there, the address. Oh, we could have grabbed the port as well. 7732. This is what I'm using right here. Mid-range GPU. Okay. Probably could go to 7733 because this one is for rigs. But it'll adjust. So we'll just go 7732 to start. That's not what I want to do. Seven 732. And then you know how I like the XMRig-AMD. And then for NVIDIA, we would probably use XMRig-NVIDIA. Alright, so let's go over here to, I'll pull the wallet over there in just a second. If it ever starts. I was having a little bit of trouble with this wallet. I don't know if it's just because it's new or what. It says synchronized and everything, but it just doesn't want to. So this is like kind of what their wallet looks like here. Not kind of like it. It is what their wallet looks like. Got a pretty slick wallet. I'm just going to copy this address here. Click that little button there. I don't know what the version of that wallet is. It's 3.01, I think. Something like that. So we're just going to say desktop wallet. And then the address is like that. I already copied it, but I'll do it again because we're going to need it for the flight sheet. Okay, so now we're going to click add wallet, throw the address into there, give it a name of loki_YouTube, and then create. I'm going to go a little bit faster, guys, so that I can get through this. Cryptonite, we'll go mid-range. So because this was in there, it's going to pre-fill a lot of it, which is going to be nice. Actually, no, it won't, because we're going to choose a different miner than what it's set up to use, because we're going to use XMRig-AMD. So because we chose a miner that was not already configured, pre-configured, then we're going to have to do it all ourselves. And again, I'm just going to kind of blast right through this. If I can remember what everything's supposed to be. Scarif rig. I don't really need this. This is pretty much an auto config now, but if you needed to adjust the intensities of each GPU, this rig is pretty much all RX 580s, so I'd just leave it as defaults. But if you did need to adjust the intensity, you would do it in here. And then for the config override, because it is Cryptonite-Turtle and it's not one of these listed, I think that we have to make it look like this. We did this before, I think. Matter of fact, I think we had to do it whenever we did Cryptonite-Turtle. I think this was the solution, if I'm not mistaken. So this looks pretty good. I think we're good there. So apply changes, give it a name. We'll call it loki_YouTube, and then create flight sheet. All right, now let me get my cameras off here. Now we're just going to go to workers and choose the rig. And then we're going to choose the rocket, which is your flight sheet. We're going to sort by flight sheet that we just created, which is Loki. Click on the flight sheet that we just created, and then click apply. And now that is now assigned to the rig, and it's going to reload the miner. I don't think it'll take too long to restart, although it doesn't look like it even did anything. Interesting. Alright. It looks like it did work, but probably have to wait a few minutes for that to come up. Or at least a minute. It is this rig right here, so let's see. Yeah, we're gonna have to wait a couple minutes here. This is the old wallet. I just downloaded it. I'll have to check. I know maybe it was the wrong location that I got it from, but this is, I mean, it was from their website. I thought they did update their wallet. I thought I saw a picture of it, but I'll have to check that out. Maybe that's why it's acting funky. Alright, so now I can see over here, it's not showing up on HiveOS yet, but I can see over here that it's got accepted shares already, so that is pretty awesome. It's kind of weird that it does that. It's not showing anything over here just yet. Hey, what's up, Seb? We're actually using your pool, man. You probably see my worker on there. And that's so weird. it's clearly working over here. It's just fine. So I don't know why it's not showing up over here just yet. There we go. Okay. So that looks good. Let me bring up the Hive shell. I can show you really up close. You can see it probably a little bit on the camera there, but I wanted to show you a little bit better. Anybody know if Brandon's live yet? Yep, he is. So we'll head over there in just a moment. Just going to show you this real quick. So there we go. We got accepted shares looking like about 82K. And to be honest, I don't know if that's good or not. We could head over to what to mine maybe and check it out a little bit. I don't know, the power is probably 900. Did I do that right? Does that look right? Let me check the power real quick here. I hear it firing up. I don't know if you can hear that. Oh yeah, probably gonna trip my breaker because I don't, you know, we aren't really messing with overclocks or anything like that. So it's at 1400 watts right now. So that's kind of funny. Let's go ahead and get off of that. Get back on CCX. So we are getting accepted shares, so that's awesome. Put the rig back on CCX. And I guess that is going to do it. I'll show you. Yeah, I see it trip that breaker. I think I've got a little faulty power strip. But my son drew this picture for me here before the show. Kind of funny. And he drew a rig that has Loki, that's mining Loki. He's a trip. Alright guys, I will see you over on BrandonCoin, and I will also see y'all tomorrow night at the same time, same channel and all that stuff. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. Be sure to smash the like on the way out and all that stuff. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Stay savage, everybody.